They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em, 'cause when you're feeling it.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Side complete to Isabella. Always got some breathing room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Khalil Mack. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll look to throw here. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 17-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this one to Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Ready. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. It's their cornerback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Colts had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Marcus Davenport providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try pressure advantage.
He finds his man, complete. It's Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson, 67 yards. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. back at his own 6-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This to the former Falcon, Hayden Hurst. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. They'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here's 2nd and a yard. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he hauls it in for the Colts touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Colts have cut it back within a score. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second and 5. Finding Kyle Pitts running the slant. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. First and 10, it's Patterson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's first and 10. Back to throw here. This pass is caught by London. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Floyd. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Again, he'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's with Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to come into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Brings up 2nd and 3. We're at the 43-yard line.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by the Rifle is up and good. And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 4. This one caught by Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll give it to Patterson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got Patterson on a quick slant here. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A pitch comes to Patterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
20, 10, touchdown Falcons. Andy Isabella. 46 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Who able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Running straight ahead, Taylor, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit. Had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Understand he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending. The coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete to Tony. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got Hurst, his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now wk2 for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
wk2 kicking off for Atlanta.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll look to throw again. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Back to throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds Taylor, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll drop to throw. Again, that's Hurst. Touchdown, Colts. Hayden Hurst, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll look to throw. He's got it with the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Pitts. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments.
Oh, and a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Atlanta, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.